All right. Well, welcome to WFRG Studios, Ferguson, USA Hot Talk Radio. And we're going to discuss a little bit about a concert we're going to have on the 4th of September right here in the St. Louis area. It's actually going to be at 17795 Wild Horse Creek Road, forgive me, in Chesterfield, Missouri. And we're really looking forward to the Jaguars and Miller's Cave concert band with vocals by the talented Lindsay Cole, spelled with an A, by the way. But I have the honor of speaking with Lindsay and Hugh, who is the band leader. Lindsay and Hugh, why don't you introduce yourself a little bit?
Oh,
there
Hugh
you go.
is the reason I'm here. Obviously they started this group back when he was in college.
Way back then, huh?
About it. I mean, it's been a few years. Knew very little about it until more recently. I'll let you tell the story of how it all came together.
Yeah,
but
Hugh,
now,
tell us a little bit.
Sure.
Yeah. So go ahead.
Go ahead, Hugh.
Okay. So it started actually in 1964. Before I went to school in Raleigh, I started in 1969, but it started a Ventures type band back in the day, and some Raleigh students. And as students would graduate or get drafted, which was something that went on a lot back in those days,
Mm-hmm.
we would get another member. We'd pick somebody else up, and the band would continue. So I came in '69, and the band was to Miller's Cave. We changed four or five.
So you chose something really long.
Yeah, Miller's Cave, right from the Jaguars. Yeah. So So the first band was the Jaguars. The reincarnated band was Miller's Cave. So whenever we reincarnated again at St. Pat's in Rolla, 2017, we took the advantage and said, look, we're Jaguars, Miller's Cave.
Looks like you're frozen up a little bit. You got it?
Yes, I'm good.
Okay. So tell us about the Jaguars and Miller's Cave reincarnation.
Okay, so in 2017, I'd been in touch with a few people from what the band back together, and just see what we could do. So I started calling people, and people knew other people, and so we ended up getting in touch with everyone, and 11, by the way, over the years, and so it was very nice to give us a theater, and we got together. We all brought instruments, and it turned out pretty. We were happy with it. We knew that we need a lot of practice, but at the same time, we still have something going on here. So we continued then over Labor Day in Houston, and we've just continued to go. And we get together and practice a few times a year and play a few times a year. It's thing for all of us.
Well,
Lindsay, by the way, came in.
I'm sorry?
Yeah. I said Lindsay came along in 2018.
Oh, she's not that young.
Yes, I am. What are you saying?
She is.
Of course.
We had never had a female singer, because there weren't a whole lot of females in Rollo back in those days. So we never had a female singer, and so it was actually some of the other guys' ideas. Your daughter, so we need to get her in the band, and so that happened. And then actually, my son plays in the band.
Really?
And and we have a tenor. Yes, we have a tenor player whose son also plays in the band. So we have 3 second generation members, and the rest of us are all originals.
Oh my.
So pretty amazing. I was just in touch with the university today because Missouri University of Science and Technology, back then University of Missouri Rolla, celebrated its 100th year anniversary
Mm-hmm.
there, and we played for that. Well,
Oh wow.
this year is 150th, and we're working to play for that too because it's pretty odd. It's formulated the same way with the same members can play 50 years apart for the university. So
That would be a landmark, you betcha. Now, do you all play the original instruments that you played?
That's a great question. I hadn't played trumpet. I played trumpet in the band. I had not played trumpet for 45 years.
Wow.
When we got back together, they said, "You played trumpet," and I said, "But I haven't for 45 years. I play guitar." No. You play trumpet, so go get a trumpet, and you're the trumpet guy. And so that's what I did. So I got back into trumpet, and we do all still play our original instruments, and we've worked at it hard to get back together.
Well, that's amazing. I mean, 45 years and you haven't put your lips on a trumpet, that is hard to get back. So
Not only that, now he plays
It's all about the
trombone because he's insane.
because he's insane. That's a good reason. So,
only from my daughter when I hear that. Yeah,
there you go. Now,
that's great.
yep. Now, what was I? I was showing the picture of you in what is it, Wineryville? Where was that taken?
Houston, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
That was in 20. Yeah,
20. Yeah. What is 20?
probably
Yeah.
2019.
Okay.
I think
2019. Yes.
Well, that's great. We got some more pictures here.
really great winery
20,
out in
2019.
Houston.
Really?
Oh yes.
Okay. And there they are again. We got them inside this time.
There's a lot of us.
Yeah, there is.
We have
This,
a
this,
horn section,
yeah.
which is super exciting. I
This-
had
this-
never sung
this
the
was
horn
from-
section before.
Oh, really?
Mm.
So, I see it looks like if I were to encapsulate it, I'd probably say something like Chicago with a lot of brass and stuff like that. Is that the style of band you are? Or?
Exactly. We're Chicago.
Spot on, Scott. Spot
Okay.
on.
Yeah, that's
All
it.
right. So,
That was the Hazelwood High School 50-year reunion that last
Ah.
year. That was my 50th high school reunion. We
okay,
played,
so that's right local here, and probably about 20 minutes away from Chesterfield, where you'll be playing on the 5th. So,
Oh, great.
yeah,
Hey.
that's not too far. That's not too far. So, what brand?
Chicago and
I'm sorry.
Chicago, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Eyes of March, a lot of those types of songs. But then, because we're kind of based in the 60s and 70s, but then we
Right.
picked up songs from other decades up to Uptown Funk and some of the more recent stuff. So
I want to see
Yeah,
you do
so we're-
Uptown Funk.
there we go.
Absolutely. So, Lindsay, do you sing for all these songs, the whole repertoire?
I
Or?
don't sing everything. We do switch out vocalists. A lot of the guys that sang the songs originally, they continue to sing the songs that they sang originally back in the day. And at that point, I just step back and say, "You are the expert here."
You're the tambourine girl, or what?
I can be. Yes. How did you know? Yes. So a little cucaracha, we call it.
Oh, there you go.
Um,
So you do the not castanets, the shakers.
Exactly. So a little bit of that, and a lot of background vocals,
Okay.
because it just adds some really nice, it just adds some depth
Oh, it does.
to
It does.
to have female in there, and I love doing that. It's just been just so much fun to. I grew up with this music anyway, and how could I not, having my dad? But now to actually know my dad's college friends and sing with them and sing in a band with my dad is
It
just a
must be
trip.
pretty special.
It's become our thing, and my brother's a part of it too. My brother Doug, and my mom comes out and she supports, and she's out there dancing and having a great time. So it's just become a family thing that
Well, it sounds like a lot
none
of
of
fun.
us ever anticipated being a
Right.
part of. But we are.
So, do you like any other genres, Lindsay?
Well, I grew up singing a lot of musical theater.
Oh, really?
So that would probably be, and Olivia Newton-John, a lot of Olivia Newton-John.
Oh, yeah.
So my
Hopelessly
whole
devoted to
family
you.
knows her songs for sure. Oh
Hmm.
yes,
You know,
I actually sometimes think that Olivia taught me how to sing.
well, there
Uh,
you go.
I just listened to it just nonstop. But then, of course, on the radio, my dad would play Chicago, all the greats that we perform now. So it was like I didn't even have to learn any new songs to be a part of the band.
Okay.
I already knew them.
All right.
So,
Is there any
and
song
I
that you haven't done
have,
that you'd like to do?
we're constantly talking about that. There's 1,000 emails a month between the whole band
Uh-huh.
talking about what are we going to do next, and it really depends on who's good at what, and whose voice fits where, how we decide, what we're going to pursue. But it's never we're never not learning something new.
Sure. Hey, Hugh, do you do anything original? Do you write songs?
Actually, our keyboard player is a professional musician. He made his living. He's a physics major, believe it or not, but he's made his living playing music. He's an incredible keyboard player, and he does write music. And we typically throw in a couple of his songs
Great.
in our gigs. He in Hawaii for a long time, on the islands, and then a few years ago moved to Oregon, and now in Arizona, and he plays all places, Prescott and all those places as a solo artist. He's very talented.
Is it anybody I've heard of?
Well, his name is Lee Stewart. He goes by Lee Stewart, but
Lee Stewart.
you
Okay.
you would know, yeah, if you lived on the islands, I know you would know him because he has more friends there than what I can even believe.
There you go. The islands, the Hawaiian Islands? What islands?
Yes,
Okay, just making sure.
He,
There's
yeah,
islands all
yeah,
over the
right,
place.
right, yeah, yeah. He was all over. He was all over the place. He played on all of them, So, yeah, he's quite the talented guy and written many songs. He actually wants us. He's told me before, we need to do an album by material. Who knows what happened in the future here?
Well, it
It's
sounds like
possible.
a goal at least. So,
Yes,
okay.
yes.
So everybody's going to conjoin here on St. Louis next Saturday, Labor Day weekend. That ought to be a lot of fun.
Yes, yeah.
According to the flyer, it's going to be from 4:30 to 7:30 p.m. On the campus. I believe it's a former church at 17795 Wild Horse Creek Road. And that's in Chesterfield, Missouri. It's right off of Long Road if you're going out there. But let's see here. So, what are you going to do when you all get together out here? You gonna have, besides have the concert, you gonna.
We're actually getting into town earlier next week, and we're going to have a couple days of practice because we always do that, and
Of course.
we have some new material to go over and things like that. We were together, 3 days together there. We have taken on new material. Now, like Lindsay said, we've had lots. There's so much good music out there,
Sure.
and we actually have, including Lindsay, we have 4 lead singers, 4 people who've sung lead, myself included, in different bands, and so uh, there's a lot of versatility, and between backup singers and lead singers and whatever. It allows us to do lots of different types of music
Sure.
and
A little birdie
songs.
told me that you were both in a bunch of bands and had a lot of experience. Can you name drop a little bit? What bands have you all been in?
Go ahead.
Uh-oh.
Now, I
Lindsay,
grew up singing in a lot of musical theater productions and served as a background vocalist for a young pop star several years ago.
What young
We
pup
toured.
store?
I'm just going to leave it there.
Okay,
No, just
fair enough.
it was a na- it
I'm
was
not
a,
sure.
hey, it was a national tour though.
Yeah.
Good to
It was
know.
a national tour. This is an individual that sort of ends up in the media in ways that we don't necessarily like to talk about, and so
Fair
it's
enough.
but I'm very grateful to get to sing back up again. I really love it. It's very fulfilling, and I just love harmonies, and
I love
so to
harmonies
be able,
too.
yeah, it's very important. And I think that people don't recognize how much it really fills in the sound, and how much it really just makes the song in many cases. So
Well, I have a feeling. My feeling is that we're losing out on harmonies. All the newest music is all melody, and me, I like a
it's
good
very
bass line.
yeah. We don't do a whole lot of new stuff,
Yeah, now you're.
and that's the reason why.
Yeah.
No, we're but we do some Crosby, Stills and Nash. We do some music like that with the 4-part harmony and whatever, and some 3 Dog Night and
We don't
things like that with
yes.
that really emphasize the vocals. So
Well,
we have
sure.
that opportunity too, which is fun.
I'm looking forward to that on next Saturday. Again, it's a free concert. It's being sponsored by Christine Lieber Insurance Agency, but it's free. You got to go out there in order to hear these folks. Uh,
It's family friendly. All are welcome.
well, there we go. And let's see here. It's called a rocking good time. So we're all going to have a rocking good time there.
Guaranteed.
What guaranteed? Okay, if you are not having a rocking good time, you go see Lindsay for your refund.
Yeah.
But
That'll be great.
there you go. So y'all have anything you want to leave with our listeners, Lindsay or Hugh? Either one of you?
Well, we just so
Just
appreciate
we're
your
just
time.
thankful.
Lindsay,
Yeah.
you're first.
Okay, got you. Just really appreciate your time, Scott. It's been such a pleasure getting to know you through this process, and really can't wait to see you out there at the gig. Can't wait to get back to St. Louis, back on the road. We have a few other gigs scheduled for Labor Day weekend, so if anyone wants to check us out on Facebook, go ahead and look up JMC50 Band. That is our handle. We also have a website, jmc50.com. And please visit, check us out, hear some snippets of our music, and come see us. And we can't wait to meet you.
Great. Hugh?
Absolutely. We're just all about having people out to have a good time. That's we've been doing that for so many years. We just try to make people smile and dance and enjoy life, while we're all together. So appreciate everyone coming out and seeing us.
Well, we're looking forward to have you out here and back in your home area over here. And you have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you.
Thank you, Scott.
Hey, thanks so much. Thank you, Scott. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.